Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Dave here from the Bear Pit TV, and today I've got my preferred 11 for the game against Manchester City away at the Etihad. 12:45 kickoff Saturday, you know when it is. So let's run through the team. In goal, I'm going to stick with Shay Given because I think against Tottenham, yes, it was 4-0. He did let 4 goals in, but none of them were particularly his fault. Most of them were at the fault of defence, and I don't think he put in a particularly bad shift against Spurs. It was particularly bad day at the office for the whole team, so I don't think it was particularly his fault for the goals. So I'm going to stick with him in the net against his former club. And then I'm going to go back four of Phil Bardsley, Ryan Shawcross, Philip Volscheid and Mark Muniesa. I'm not going to change the back four, well, apart from Bardsley coming back in. I am going to drop Jeff Cameron, actually, because I think he didn't have the best of games against Spurs. He got caught out quite a lot by their pace, and I think if he's playing against someone like Raheem Sterling, I think it'd happen again. Even if he was playing on the other side against Kevin De Bruyne, whether they interchange them, I don't know, but I think either one of those wingers would rip him apart, and I don't think this is the game for Jeff. As much as I like the bloke, I don't think it really is the game for him, and I think this game is perfect for Bardsley because he goes in hard with tackles, and he can really make a problem for Raheem Sterling or De Bruyne with a hard tackle early on in the game, and that could sort of set the pace for the game as well. So I think I'm going to stick with Bardsley in there, and then the usual back four that we saw against Spurs. And then moving into midfield, Glenn Whelan and Janiele Mbula, the same two that played against Spurs. Mbula, for me, needs to improve a bit. I know he's adjusting to the league. He played so well when he first came in, but against Spurs, in the last couple of games as well, against Liverpool, he's looked good attacking, but he hasn't looked good in that defensive role, and he needs to learn how to do that, because if he's going to sit in that box-to-box role, because he's definitely not an attacking midfielder, so if he's going to play there, he needs to work on his defensive abilities as well, and I think we just need to keep giving him games in the Premier League, and I think eventually he'll catch up to speed, like most of the players we've brought into this league, and I think eventually he will be a brilliant player for us. We just need to make sure he can get to that level. So I'm going to stick with those two in the midfield. And then moving into the front four, we've got one change because Xherdan Shaqiri is out with a hamstring injury. I did say that in the preview yesterday. So on the right-hand side, I'll go with Ibrahim Afellay. I know it's not his preferred position, but it was either him or Mame Diouf, and you're kind of thinking, Afellay, we can't really drop him, can we? So we're going to put him on the right-hand side with Bojan in the middle, where Afellay would usually play, and then Marko Arnautovic on the left-hand side. Those three didn't have the best of games. We didn't really have the best attacking presence against Spurs, but no one really had the best of games, did they? So I'll stick with those three there, and then I'll put Joselu up front. I'll bring him in, see what he can do against their defence. I don't know whether he'll do much, but he seems to play better away from home. Every time I've seen him away from home, he seems to play pretty well. So we'll put him in there, see how he does, and then maybe swap him. We could swap him on 60 with Juice, try something different if it's not going too well. But that's my team. Let me know your preferred 11 in the comments down below, because I'm interested to see who you would play with some injuries that we've got, and after the defeat against Spurs. So let me know in the comments down below. And as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and cheers for watching. And today we've got a Manchester City preview. We go there this Saturday in the early kickoff, 12:45, away at the Etihad. Now, this is a really interesting game for me because